Most people believe that if something is wrong with the heart, the body will immediately send a clear warning. Something sharp, something painful, something impossible to ignore. But in reality, heart-related problems rarely announce themselves that way at the beginning. In fact, they often do the opposite. They blend into everyday life so quietly that they feel completely normal. And that quiet normality is exactly why so many early signals go unnoticed. The human body is designed to adapt. It constantly adjusts to stress, pressure, and change. When challenges appear slowly, the body does not panic. It compensates. This ability is what allows people to survive demanding lifestyles, long workdays, and emotional pressure. But this same strength can also hide important signals. When changes happen gradually, they do not feel like problems. They feel like routine. Early changes related to heart health are rarely dramatic. They don't usually involve sudden pain or obvious distress. Instead, they show up as subtle shifts, feeling tired more often than usual, needing more rest after simple activities, losing stamina without realizing when it started. These changes are easy to dismiss because they sound familiar. Almost everyone feels tired. Almost everyone feels busy. Almost everyone feels stressed. Modern life makes this even harder to recognize. Fatigue has become normal. Long hours, constant notifications, and mental overload have turned exhaustion into something people expect. When tiredness becomes part of daily life, it stops feeling like a signal. It feels like the price of staying productive. There is also an expectation problem. Many people believe heart issues are something that happens much later in life, something distant, something that belongs to another stage of adulthood. Because of that belief, early signs don't fit the mental picture people have. And when something doesn't match expectations, it's often ignored rather than questioned. Breathing changes are a common example. Getting out of breath slightly faster than before rarely causes alarm. It feels like a fitness issue, or a lack of exercise, or a temporary phase. Because it hurts, it doesn't feel urgent. The body adjusts and life moves on. Energy changes work the same way. Feeling drained sooner than usual can feel like burnout or stress. In a culture that values productivity, pushing through fatigue is often seen as strength. Rest is delayed. Signals are postponed. The body adjusts again. Sleep patterns can mask even more. Poor sleep affects focus, mood, and physical energy. When sleep quality drops, everything feels off. Many people assume sleep is the only issue, without realizing that multiple lifestyle factors may be interacting quietly at the same time. Another reason early heart-related changes feel normal is because they develop slowly. They don't arrive in a single moment. They build over months or even years. The body adjusts step by step. What once felt unusual slowly becomes familiar. And once something feels familiar, it stops raising concern. Social comparison also plays a role. People look around and see others feeling tired, stressed, and overwhelmed. When exhaustion becomes a shared experience, it feels normal. When everyone is busy, busyness feels unavoidable. This shared environment makes it harder to notice personal changes. It's important to pause here and be clear. Feeling tired, stressed, or busy does not mean something is wrong with your heart. This video is not medical advice. It does not diagnose, predict, or promise anything. It simply explains why early signals, when they exist, are often misunderstood or ignored. Awareness is not about fear. It's about understanding patterns. The body rarely communicates in extremes at first. It speaks quietly, through consistency, through small changes that repeat over time. Learning to notice patterns is different from reacting to isolated moments. That's why conversations around heart health are changing. The focus is shifting from reacting to problems toward understanding lifestyle patterns earlier. People are becoming more interested in how stress, rest, movement, and daily habits influence the body over time, not because something is wrong, but because understanding always comes before prevention. One important idea to remember is that the absence of pain does not always mean the absence of stress on the body. Many systems operate silently. They adjust quietly until they no longer can. That silence is not a guarantee of balance. It's often a sign of adaptation. Heart health is closely connected to how life is lived day by day, how often the body gets to recover, how consistently movement is part of daily routine, how much mental pressure becomes normalized. None of these factors change overnight. They build slowly, just like the signals the body gives. This channel exists for education and awareness only. No treatments, no diagnoses, no medical promises. Just calm, responsible information designed to help people understand why certain health topics are discussed more openly today. If this video made you pause and reflect on how often small changes in your energy or routine are dismissed, that awareness itself has value. Not to create worry, but to encourage attention. Sometimes the most important signals are the quiet ones, the ones that don't interrupt your day, the ones that feel normal. Learning to notice them isn't about fear. It's about understanding the body before it needs to demand attention.